Hi guys, so back for video number 2 on this little series. So today we're going to be doing Fire and Water, which is the Athame and the Chalice. I have my book open for explanations of what they are, but like I mentioned in the last video, especially with the Athame, I don't agree with what's said. So to give you a quick little example of what it says. Traditionally comprised of a black handle with a steel blade, has to be double-edged. It's considered a tool of force. I don't know, I don't like the explanation. So, when I first decided I was going to start looking for an Athame, I was kind of leery. And then I went to this mall, and there happened to be a collectible sword knife shop in there. And I ended up finding my Athame. I like it. And then at the time, I freaked out when I got home because I was like, it's not black handled, it's, it's not black and silver, it's blah blah blah. So then I just kind of decided, you know what, I don't give a crap. I like it, that's what I chose, it presented itself to me, and so yeah, I chose that one, which is this fun. So it is double-edged. Pretty sure it's steel. Stainless steel. It's got gold on it. And then it's got wood that's different colors. I'm not sure it's gonna... So it's like red and blue and green and yellow and black and whatever. And at that time, I had just gotten my Pentacle, which was chakra beads, and then I thought that this one resonated very well with it, and at that point in time I fully had decided I was going to do my entire altar setup with chakra attire, but this is the one that I chose, so it's really cool, perfect little size for me. It came with little hilts and everything like that. You could always make your own out of wood. You could just carve a piece of wood and that could work. You could, my wife suggested you could use bone, like carve a piece of bone. That would probably be a little bit harder. Again, you can use your hands and your words and your intentions and everything like that. And then another thing that I had, and I didn't really think about it until I was trying to figure out what you could do for other parts of the symbols and tools, was a rock. Okay, so I have a piece of lava rock. It's from Idaho, I think. We picked it ourselves when we went to the National Volcano Park or whatever. And it's got this really jagged side on it. And it's quite sharp. And it's a fire rock because it used to be lava. So you could totally use this. This one would only be like a single-sided blade, but I mean, again, that's up to your interpretation. So that's something like that. And then, excuse me, and then the next one is the chalice. So, chalice, of course, associated with water, and I think we all know why. It's a cup that, it is a symbol of containment and often represents the womb of the goddess. That's pretty cool. Earlier forms of the chalice was a gourd or a large shell used to hold sacred liquids. In later times, silver became the preferred material for the chalice because of its material. This material was long associated with the moon and the moon goddess. So, of course, silver is goddess, gold is god, that kind of thing. Yeah. So you could go with a traditional one, like a silver goblet, kind of like the one they show in the picture here. They have some that have like the maiden, mother, and crone on it, or ones that have the green man symbol. Those ones are usually really expensive or really heavy, depending on where you go. I have 2 chalices, and they're both relatively inexpensive and bought from like just regular old stores. So there's, I think it's called like Kitchen. Do you know what the name of that store is? Honey? KitchenAid or something? It's not KitchenAid, but it's all kitchen stuff. And they had glasses on sale, and this was the first one I got, the first chalice I got. So it's got this twisted bottom. It's like this amber color, and it's not quite perfect. Like, it's got its imperfections, and it's got some bubbles in it. It's kind of like there's gum stuck to the bottom. There's a bubble there. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it. Oh, right there. And I bought this one. It was the last one. The lady said that when I bought it, that it did come in a set of 4, and they only got 2 shipments of it. They sold 1, and then the other 3 in the set ended up breaking when a customer knocked it over. So they were selling it super cheap. So I bought it. So this was my primary chalice for the longest time. And I then went to Dollarama, which is a dollar store here in Canada, if you don't know what that is, here in Canada. And I bought a wine glass that was a defective wine glass. So it had a crooked stem on the bottom, like the little spout that holds up the cup. It had a little, like, dip in the top of the glass, and it was just the only one, and I was like, okay, well, I have to have it. Dollarama, of course, made me pay full price, because they're already a dollar store, and it's already really cheap. I figured, hey, whatever, it's cheap. So I brought it home, and then I ended up painting it, and this is what it looks like. So I kind of wanted it to look like a flower. So it's got gold and silver sparkly paint, and a blue petal and a red petal. And then the stem, I don't know if you can see how it is crooked like that. That's what kind of gave me the idea of a flower aspect. So it's brown, it's got some little specks on there, like I said, pentacle there. And yeah, right, don't know if you can see that, that's where the imperfection is. So it dips down, and then it like comes up like an ice cream cone top thing. So yeah, and then you'll see in my next video something similar to this, but it's like my entire altar scheme now is going from being kind of scattered. So first it was like chakra, and then it was kind of like a scattered of like, it could be this, it doesn't have to have a whole theme to it, to now having setups for the Sabbats, but having a general theme of God and Goddess, and hence, like you can see the gold and the silver here, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, so you can easily do this. This one's not lacquered over, so you can like hear the whatever, and I'm scared to like chip it and scratch it, but you could paint it however you wanted. You could leave it clear. You could go to a thrift store and find anything. Like, you could even do that for your Athame. You could always go to like an engraving place, and like they have those wedding sets, and you could always get one of those knives and have it engraved for whatever your name. If you're in a coven, you could get your coven, your spiritual name, your totem animal, maybe, that kind of stuff. You could even do that with the cups. I know some of them have like, you can engrave the cups, laser etch on the cups, that kind of thing. So yeah, it's all about getting creative, right? So mine's not completely traditional, but I feel it works for me, and yeah, so that's what for today is going to be. The next one, I know I said I was going to do Pentacle and Book of Shadows in the same one, but I'm going to do 2 videos because I've started doing a new Book of Shadows and it's just going to take a while to show you, so I don't know if I'm going to have it in by the end of the month or I might do it a little bit later, but I've started it, and my first major movie that got me into witchcraft other than practical magic was Hocus Pocus, and I know that's bad because it's like, you know, paints witches in a bad manner, but anyways, so this is the cover of my new Book of Shadow in working. So I made it all by hand. It's still kind of tight because of the glue, but cardboard, all that kind of stuff, but I'll go over this in the video, but don't know if you can see the eyeball in there. There you go. It's a little eyeball, and it just like in that, and it's been burned with candle wax dripped on it. Little pouch out here. Yeah, I've aged some paper to go in it, but that's another video, another time. If you haven't read on the Snowflowers Facebook page, I have decided not to do the Spell a Day book anymore. If you guys want, I can still post about it if you want to kind of follow it. I can't go like fully into detail because I could probably get in trouble for that, because you know they have publishing rights to it and all that kind of stuff. But it's just lately it didn't seem to be exactly what I thought it was going to be. They're not really spells, and it's more just like little tidbits of knowledge, which is it's just good. I mean, I can look at it and decide if I want to do something for that day, and then if I decide I do, then I will go ahead and post it. And like it tells you like where the moon is sitting in its cycle and how many degrees it is into Scorpio, that kind of goofy stuff, and like the, I guess it's not goofy, but, and then the color of the day and the incense scent of the day, but other than that, it's not what I was expecting it to be, so it's a good $20 wasted. But so I'm not doing that anymore. Still active on Facebook. I've been posting more video or more pictures and stuff like that. Gonna get more into it, and I posted pictures of the Book of Shadows so far, and if you want to comment or ask me questions or give me some feedback or anything like that, just go ahead and do so. And as always, like, comment, and subscribe. I would read everything. Subscribe back to people that subscribe to me. Take it all to heart. So yeah, sorry for the dark video today, but I've been busy all day and I didn't want to move the camera and blah blah blah. But yeah, you guys have a great day. Bye.